Hi everyone, and welcome to Jab and Move with your host Stephen. And I'm just going to be doing a quick video talk about the news this week and some of the fights from the previous weekend as well, and obviously the postponed fight of Lawrence Okolie versus Tony Yoka. So dive in, guys. I want to speak about Ben Whittaker's victory, first round stoppage of Suarez last weekend. It was a good great performance, great knockout. Obviously I expected him to win pretty convincingly, to be honest. What we need to see from him now, and what we need to see obviously is move to Matchroom. Hopefully that is going to get momentum behind his career now. I know he's played with injuries between fights and he looks like the real deal now, and he's starting to progress from there. And even with the showboating and stuff, he's actually showing he can put performances together and knockouts along with the showboating, and that's a key ingredient for him. So great performance all round. Wanted to get him out there early and get moving, and I think for me the next step would be for I would say probably a European title. Would be the next big step. European title, then onto world level. We've seen Lyndon Arthur, who's the current European champion. I think he would be a really good shout for the next step and evolution for Ben Whittaker's career, and see what we can do there. So for me, great performance, really good start, but we need to see him with better competition, and Lyndon Arthur would be a really good choice moving forward. In terms of the next sort of conversation would be Lawrence Okolie. So he was supposed to be in Paris tonight, fighting Tony Yoka. Unfortunately, that has now been cancelled due to him bringing back an adverse finding in his test for a PED, I believe it was. Again, don't know all the facts, stuff that we would not know about at the moment. It's going through the system and has to obviously exonerate his name. Now, on a boxing front, it's a shame for Lawrence Okolie because he was doing really well, and I think he was starting to really step up now into the heavyweight division. This has been a really good fight for him and Tony Yoka. Both would have been a really good matchup, seeing where they are. And I think he was ranked #1, or would have possibly been ranked #1 in the WBC rankings. So he would have had a possible title shot after this if he would have come through victorious. So it's a big opportunity missed for Lawrence Okolie, and an opportunity took away for Tony Yoka. I don't believe they got a replacement, actually. I think they're going with the undercard. I don't think they have actually got a replacement as it stands at the moment. It's a shame, really. Something I personally would have liked to have seen was possibly, I don't even know if anyone could step in at the moment. I don't think anyone could, obviously, after Atoma. But there would have been someone hopefully could have stepped in to keep that going. But unfortunately, right now, it looks like he hasn't got a replacement set. In terms of Lawrence Okolie, where's he go now? He's got to get himself exonerated. He's got to prove where this has come from and what's gone on to obviously continue his career, because I feel like we were about to see a rise in his ability in heavyweight division and possible big fights coming his way as well if he would have beat Tony Yoka and moved on. So it's a key few months, possibly 3 to 6 months for him now, and see what happens there. But it is a shame. We need to see what happens there, but it's a bigger shame for Tony Yoka because it could have been an opportunity for him to really cement his name and go to the next level as well. So the next thing I want to talk about, and it's something obviously we're going to be covering a lot on Jab and Move over next month, is some of the fights that are coming in May. It is a crazy month in May. We've got Zuda Ramirez fighting, I think it's May the 2nd, on Cinco de Mayo, which we'll be covering and doing a watch along for as well. Then we've got the big fight for me, which is Dubois versus Wardley. That is the most exciting fight this year for me at the moment. I am so excited for that. Cannot wait to see what happens there. Two big heavyweight punchers, to see what they can do. And on top of that, we've got the fight with Usyk and Verhoeven. And if I'm honest, I'm not as scathing about that one as I was with, say, Joshua Jake Paul, because obviously it is someone who has been the elite of their level within their form of fighting, which has been kickboxing, with Tony Verhoeven being the heavyweight champion of the world for a very long time and a very successful kickboxing champion. So I am interested to see that in a way, but it's more about the spectacle. Obviously being Pyramid to Giza and everything else there, it's going to be an unbelievable scene for fighting. Whether it'll be a good fight is another thing, but it'll be an unbelievable backdrop for the fight. So yeah, May is going to be amazing. I cannot wait to be covering that with you guys, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. What do you reckon to Ben Whittaker? Obviously, where's he going now? I think Lyndon Arthur is a really good shout, European champion, and move on to the big world title shots. I think he is getting ready now. Within the next sort of 12 months, he will be at that point to fight for a world title. And Lawrence Okolie, like, obviously, what do you reckon was going to happen? Do you think he was going to start shaking up the heavyweight division, which I think he was going to have a good chance of doing so? And what damage will this do, and will he be able to recover from, obviously, this adverse finding? And now he's got to go through the process of proving where it was, and strict liability, which is going to be a probably will be a long process, at least 3 to 6 months at a minimum. So let me know your thoughts, guys. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.